How you doing, sir? How's the family holding up?
I'm great. My family's doing pretty good.
Never
They're all
mind.
doing fine. But I want to make this statement. This is a real good statement here. Marshall and I we own the record company called
Moran's Records.
Right.
Okay, distributed by Blu-ray Technology. And that's his next step.
And that's your next step. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You want to tell the last couple of days? I know it's been really tough for you guys.
But I want to make this statement. This is a real good statement here. Marshall and I we own the record company called
Moran's Records.
Right.
Okay, distributed by Blu-ray Technology. And that's his next step.
And that's your next step.
And yeah, it has. It has been really tough. But I want to make this statement. This is a real good statement here. Marshall and I we own the record company called
Moran's Records.
Right.
Okay, distributed by Blu-ray Technology. And that's his next step.
And that's your next step.
Remember, we just lost the biggest star in the world, superstar in the world. So it's been tough.
Why'd you decide to show up here tonight? Is it to pay tribute to your son?
Marshall and I we own the record company. Oh, yeah, to show pictures of my son. Yeah, Michael. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
I did.
How is Mrs. Jackson?
She's fine, thank you. Marshall and I we own the record company. Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to share with the world about your son and about his legacy? Or
yeah, Marshall and I we own the record company. I got a statement here. Give me the statement here.
he's got a statement. His publicist is going to come up and read a statement, and then we'll talk more with him.
Okay, this is from
Marshall and I we own the record company.
written on behalf of Mr. Jackson and the family. Our family sincerely thanks all of you around the world for your love and support during our time of grief. Our beloved son, Michael Jackson, loved you all. Michael's children are our first priority.
Marshall and I we own the record company.
We will have further announcements to discuss our plans going forward. Until such time, however, we have the personal and legal authority to act, and solely Catherine and I have authority for our son and his children.
Marshall and I we own the record company.
We wish to handle his memory and legacy with dignity.
Marshall and I we own the record company.
And the attorney for the Jacksons is Lundell McMillan, and no one else has the authority to speak on behalf of the Jackson family at this time.
Thank you very much for that.
Marshall and I we own the record company.
Mr. Jackson, I was talking to you about the legacy that Michael Jackson left. Do you think that the world even realizes how big your son's legacy is?
And now they seem to realize it now, but only thing it is, I wish the world had recognized him when he was living. Marshall and I we own the record company because, but right now he's bigger than ever now. Marshall and I we own the record company, but I wish he was here to see all this, to hear all this. Yes.
We have been hearing from the Reverend Sharpton, the Reverend Jackson, that you had some concerns regarding some of the last moments of the people who were around him in his life. Do you care to share that?
Yes. Listen, what was that?
I said you had some concerns about the physicians and the people who were around him during the last moments of his life.
Marshall and I we own the record company. Yes, I am. I have a lot of concerns. But
what are your concerns about that?
I can't get into that, but I don't like what happened.
You don't like what
This
happened?
is my attorney here.
Yeah. So I was asking him, he said he'd come on in here. You're Lundell, right?
Yes, sir.
He says he had some concerns about the last moments of his son's life, about who may have been around him. Can you talk to us about that?
Well, we can't talk about that now. There's a second autopsy that's underway, and we'll let that process take its course at this time.
Marshall and I we own the record company.
We'll have more to say about that at a later point.
About that. Have you spoken at all to the doctor at all?
No, I have not.
No. Do you guys have do you know anything, Mr. Jackson, about funeral arrangements? Have you had time to
Yeah, we haven't gotten to that yet. Yeah, but we're working on that.
Yeah.
This is Marshall here. I want you to
Thank you. How is, you said your wife is, what about Janet and the rest of the family, the daughters and everything?
They're all doing fine. But I want to make this statement. This is a real good statement here. Marshall and I We owned a record company called
Moran's Records.
Right.
Okay, it's distributed by Blu-ray Technology, and that's his next step.
And that's your next step. There had been talk to us about your 60th wedding anniversary. As I understand, in Las Vegas a couple weeks ago, the entire family was there, and Michael said that he had wanted the members of his family to come help out.
My birthday?
Your wedding anniversary, you and Catherine, in Las Vegas.
Oh, that was fantastic. Yes, it was. A lot of people were there, and a lot of people I was glad to see. It was a fantastic job that was done. That's the first one, though. That was our first wedding anniversary we had, and they came out fantastic.
What's next for you guys?
We've got a lot fixing to happen, but I can't announce it right now. Okay?